The iPhone 12 is now 5 years old. Should you still buy it in 2025? I'm your host from Divine Mobile, and today I'm giving you the raw, unfiltered truth about buying the iPhone 12 in 2025, the good, the bad, and who should actually consider buying it. This review is specifically for 3 groups of people. First, if you're using an iPhone 11, iPhone 10, or any other older iPhone model, and you're wondering if the 12 is worth the upgrade. Second, if you're on Android, and considering your first iPhone. And third, if you currently have an iPhone 12 and questioning whether to upgrade or stick with it. I'll address each group's concerns directly, because the answer isn't the same for everyone. Let's start with performance. The A14 Bionic chip in the iPhone 12 is still fast. Actually, it's very fast. For social media, messaging, photography, and streaming, you won't notice any lag. Even when tested alongside current mid-range Android phones costing 300,000 to 400,000 naira, the iPhone 12 consistently outperformed them. But here's the honest truth, it's not perfect. Heavy gaming sessions will make it warm up, and the battery drains really fast. If you're a mobile gamer playing games like Call of Duty Mobile or Free Fire, you'll notice the performance difference, compared to newer iPhones with the A16 or A17 chips. At 5 years old, most phones will already be running slowly, but that's not the case for the iPhone 12. In fact, the real strength of this phone shows with its iOS optimization. This phone runs iOS 18 smoothly, the same version on the iPhone 16. Software longevity is one advantage that most Apple users enjoy. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the 60Hz display. If you're coming from an iPhone 10 or iPhone 11, this will feel familiar. If you're coming from a phone with 90Hz or 120Hz, you may notice the difference when scrolling through social media or gaming. Is it a deal breaker? Well, that depends on you. The display quality itself is excellent, vibrant OLED colors, deep blacks, and great brightness. That 60Hz refresh rate might be the most outdated aspect of this phone in 2025. But to be honest with you, some people actually claim that it feels smoother than most Android phones at this price range. It's up to you to determine whether this matters to you or not. The camera system, this is where the iPhone 12 still shines. In good lighting, photos look fantastic. Apple's color science and HDR processing remain excellent. Night mode works well, though it's not as advanced as the iPhone 14 or 15. Here's what you're missing compared to newer iPhones: cinematic mode for video, macro photography, and the improved night mode on the latest models. If you're coming from Android, you'll likely be impressed. Coming from an iPhone 13 or newer, you might be giving up some features. Video recording is still a strong point, 4K at 60 frames per second, and good stabilization. This area hasn't changed dramatically since 2020. Let's talk about the biggest issue with any 5-year-old phone: battery health. If you're buying a used iPhone 12, you might think the battery has likely degraded significantly, but that's not always the case. You see, the new ones shipped directly from China, and marketed as UK used iPhones have been refurbished, and the batteries have been upgraded, so you don't need to worry about battery health. However, the ones that have been used by someone else afterwards are the ones sellers call Nigerian used iPhones, and it's these phones that usually have degraded batteries, and degraded batteries mean poor daily performance. Let me be more realistic. Even with a new battery, this isn't an all-day powerhouse like newer iPhones or some Android phones. If battery life is your top priority, I'll advise you to consider newer options. If you're using the iPhone 10 series or older, the iPhone 12 is a significant upgrade. You get a newer design, much better performance, improved cameras, 5G connectivity, and years of software support ahead. The jump from LCD to OLED alone makes this worthwhile. Your phone will feel faster, look better, and last longer. For iPhone 10 users especially, this represents excellent value at current prices. If you're coming from Android, here's what you need to know. You'll lose customization flexibility, default app choices, and features like split-screen multitasking. In addition to that, the keyboard might feel different initially. But here's what you gain: seamless ecosystem integration. If you have other Apple devices, longer software support, generally better app optimization, and improved privacy controls. The transition takes time. Don't expect to love everything immediately. If you currently have an iPhone 12, here's my honest assessment. Unless your battery is severely degraded, or you desperately want 120Hz promotion in the newer models, there's no urgent need to upgrade. The performance difference in daily use isn't dramatic enough to justify spending 1.5 to 3 million naira on a newer model. Consider upgrading if your battery won't last a day, even after replacement, you're a heavy mobile gamer, or you need the absolute latest camera features. Otherwise, it's safe to keep using it, for now. At current prices around 390 to 480,000 naira, the iPhone 12 offers solid value for specific users. But be smart about your purchase. Only buy from reputable sellers who can verify battery health and provide some warranty. Don't forget to consider potential battery replacement costs when calculating total ownership cost. Now, who should buy this phone? Buy the iPhone 12 if you're upgrading from iPhone 10 or older, you want iOS ecosystem benefits without premium pricing, you prioritize software longevity, or you're budget conscious but want a premium experience. Don't buy it if you're a heavy mobile gamer, you're looking to have the latest features, you heavily customize your phone, or you're happy with your current device. That's my honest take on the iPhone 12 in 2025. If you found this helpful, please take a second to like this video and subscribe for more phone reviews. And I'll see you in the next video.